This is either a very good or a very bad idea. I'm gonna have to get my engineer hat on again. Am I talking nonsense? Hello, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this, good time of day. Hello people of the internet, allotmenting, gardening, / just knows people in the internet world. Hi, I'm Emma. I'm at my, I'm in the shed, so you'll have to bear with the lighting, my allotment. I'm hiding in the shed for a bit of shade at the moment while I do this intro because it's a bit warm outside. I am in shorts, but I have got a jumper on. I sort of misjudged. And I can't take my jumper off because I've got a crop top on. So this is what we're dealing with. I'm at my allotment, which means you get another allotment video. It is Friday and it is lunchtime, and I am here because work have very kindly given us the afternoon off because we've had a big project deadline and everyone was working extra and stuff, so they've given us the afternoon off as a little thank you. So I am taking that and I am coming to the allotment. That was what I do when I have any time off, so it's quite nice. I've not got a deadline, which is lovely. I've got as long as I like. I can be here till 9 o'clock at night if I desperately want. I don't desperately want because I'd quite like to go in for some tea at some point, but I could in theory be here all day. And it's a good job I've got all day because we've got quite a lot of jobs to do. I'm going to point out the first one. So my structure was not a huge success. We had some very high winds yesterday, like a thunderstormy type wind. So I think that's probably what's happened there. So the first job is going to be to fix this. And then I will, let me show you now actually. I've got some compost, because whenever do you not need compost in an allotment? And I have got a box of goodies. So me and Sam went to the garden centre this week because now we've taken the onions out and the garlic out, we've got some empty beds, and in general we've got some empty space. And I don't want empty space at this allotment, so we've got some things to plant, but I'll show you them as we come to them. And also I'm going to do some tidying up because there's a lot of weeds. I've not had a full day in a while, so I've just been doing odd jobs, but that means weeds build up and stuff, so yeah, it's all been a bit chaotic. But first and foremost, let's fix the disastrous broccoli structure. You might think, Emma, are you going to learn from your mistake and do anything differently to stop it blowing over? And the answer is no. I'm just going to hope it's not windy. It's a good time for me to check on it though, see how everything's going. I think it's going okay. We've got some little Brussels coming on the sides of the Brussels. The purple sprouting is coming up. I don't know if this is like summer sprouting, or I'm assuming it must be summer sprouting rather than like autumn sprouting, but I don't know. I'm probably going to say that's fixed. As I said, done nothing different, just put it back and hope the next time it'll be better. Let's get planting. I've got loads of stuff to plant out, let me show you. So one of the more exciting things I've got to plant out is these sweet potato that I got at the garden centre. They were quite expensive, they were £6 each, but I was feeling spendy and I just thought they were interesting. It was actually Sam that suggested these. Now, these are quite established, thankfully. I think they've been in the garden centre for a while. And I don't know anything about sweet potatoes, so I googled it, as anyone does. And it turns out you have to give them a lot of space because they'll grow out in every direction, a bit like pumpkins, and then you dig them up and you have sweet potatoes. I don't really know. I think it's not like potatoes where you can just grow from a potato and get a new potato. Does that make sense? I'm saying potato a lot. They have to have green, like pumpkin viney. We're going to plonk them in and see what happens. That's what I'm going to do. But of course, this bed used to be the garlic bed, and it is incredibly weedy. So I'm going to hoe it, put some compost on it, and prepare it for some sweet potatoes. I've not had a really emotional day. I just forgot to take a Piriton and now my eyes are watering. So when I've got mascara down my face and panda eyes, just know that's why. Also, I've just put a bag of compost and a bag of topsoil on here. I know it's not enough really, but we'll probably properly no-dig it at the end of the season, but just for now, just to give a bit more nutrients back to the ground, that's what we've done. Hay fever. And I'm going to put my sweet potatoes in. I'm just going to put the two in this whole bed and let them take up as much room as they want. Also, after last video's debacle with the shovel, I bought a new one, bought a fancy one, bought a posh one, metal one, because I was sick of trowels bending on me. Next on the list of things to plant out that I cheated from the garden centre, I got some more leeks. I have already got a section for leeks over near the kale and the parsnips, but I really like leeks. And we've got this whole bed that was going to be flowers, but I don't know, fancied something different. So I'm going to put leeks in it. I couldn't put the leeks in the garlic bed because of the rust, so I've put them up here where there was no alliums, so hopefully that will be a little bit better. But obviously, as you can see, this bed needs a weed because it's had horse manure on it and there's lots of grass seed in there, so we'll give it a little hoe, a little weed, and then we'll do the thing with the leeks where you do the dibbing and the watering in. We'll do that. To see, but that is up to about there, filled with leeks. So we have got room for stuff there, because I didn't quite have enough from the garden centre to fill the whole bed, but that's a lot of leeks, so hopefully that will be fine. I don't know what I'm going to do there. I might have a look in my seed stash when I get home and try and think of a plan for that. We've got some flowers to plant out now. I have been growing amaranthus at home because number one, I had the seeds given to me, and number two, I think I'd quite like amaranthus for my wedding, so I'm trialling it, and these have done really well at home in the greenhouse. They have been slugged, majorly slugged, but I've got 2 trays of these and I'm going to put them in the flower bed, because the flower bed is looking sad, I think is the word. There are a few bits that I planted, a couple of zinnias, a couple of cosmos, but I mean, I'd quite like to do this. Like, this is, I'll come on to the new plot shortly at the end, but this is why I'd like a new plot, because then in my brain I can distribute the flowers evenly. So, or do I just put, do I keep this as dahlias and put the amaranthus somewhere else? But then where am I going to put the amaranthus? No, we'll put them in the flower bed. We'll just try not to disturb any of the flowers that are currently there. That's what we'll try and do. So yeah, I've got 2 trays of these amaranthus, pink amaranthus, that should look nice. Yeah, we'll get them in, see what happens. I just needed them out of my greenhouse, really. Once again, with the flower bed, I'm going to have to try and determine what's a weed and what's a flower, because there are both in here. This is testing my plant knowledge, of which is minimal. I think they get quite big, don't the amaranthus plants? I don't know, it's all new. I think they get quite big. How many of these do you think are going to get slugged? Should we take a guess? Should we take some votes in the comments? I think these might last 3 days. And I might get 1 at the end of it. That's my prediction. Predictions in the comments. Now, this is either a very good or a very bad idea, but my brain is struggling with the idea of having big plants like amaranthus dotted around. I don't mind it for the little plants like the California poppies and the zinnias. That's fine, they can dot. But I'm struggling with the idea of having amaranthus everywhere. So I think I'm going to move these ones that are in the way. I'm going to move the poppies and the zinnias that are in the way. Could be catastrophic. But I'm just going to relocate them. I'm just going to dig down, relocate them. See? Fine. Put you here. You can have a new home here, Poppy. See? It's like nothing ever happened. Nothing happened there, look. There you go, Pop. And then, I know zinnias don't like their roots to be disturbed, so I'll try and be a bit careful. Like, there's space here for you, Poppy. You can go next to your poppy friends, see? Oh, God. This ground. Whoops. Oh. I don't think that went so well. We're going to put it in anyway. Okay. And then this zinnia, you're in my way. So you can go here. We're just utching you up. Just utching you up slightly. Okay. I'm going to give you a nice big thing of roots. There you go. Look. It's like nothing ever happened. It's like nothing ever happened, little Zin. Don't panic. Don't have a panic. It's fine. You're fine. You're okay. You're over there in your new home. Okay. And that just means I can carry on putting the amaranthus in a row, and now my brain doesn't hurt anymore. Okay, that's all of the amaranth in. I do have another tray of it, but my brain doesn't know where to put it, so we're not going to put it anywhere for now. And we're going to go on to something else. I've tried to grow spring onions from seed. In fact, I've got some growing at home from seed, so it is possible. I can do it. But I've not been able to re-sow any new ones. They've just not come up, so I bought some from the garden centre. These are red, patchy red ones, and we're going to put these in the space in a different bed. We'll put these in somewhere else. Okay, we'll find somewhere. I've decided we're going here. The cucamelons are doing crap. That's a courgette. Yep. that's how well that's doing. And there's weeds everywhere. I think because I've got nothing in it, so I'm not tempted to weed it, because why would I when nothing's doing well / can't be arsed. So now's a good chance to weed it and put some spring onions in, just to at least fill up a little bit of extra room. Like about 1,000,000 times better. I am going to be aware that this courgette may grow. I know it isn't growing right now, but it has got green on it, so I'm going to maintain optimism. I'm going to hope that grows. So I think I'm going to do a couple of rows of spring onion just here. I'm going to do it like I did at home, where I'll show you, but essentially just made a drill in the soil. This is nicely no-digged bed, so it's working out quite well. A couple of drills in the soil. I literally just put them in a bit like leeks, and like spread them into a line as best I could. Separated them out a bit like that. And then I just, a bit like leeks, you know, and I just tried to put them in a line. Obviously, if you were sowing spring onions from yourself, you could just put the seeds in a line, but that's not worked out for me. So this is what we're doing instead. Okay, right, spring onion. I'm hoping the birds leave me some, because they do like to peck out things like that. But that spring onion's in. There we go, then I'll remember what's there. On something else. Another garden centre purchase was this massive sage for 34p. I don't know why it was on sale for 34p, but I thought, I'm having that for me very sad herb bed. I'm not sure what's happened here. I don't know whether the slugs have got in, or if it's not getting enough water, or if it's been too hot. It's looking... There were ants in here as well, which might explain stuff, and there's red spiders everywhere. Is that a thing that I have to be worried about? Red spiders? I don't know. But we're going to plant the sage in here, because it was 34p. And I love a bargain. So, there we go. At least that one looks healthy. In the spirit of planting out, we're doing a lot of planting out today. Because it's July, and if it's not in the ground now, a bit late. So I've got this tray of chard and kale, which I've been putting, it's been in the greenhouse, but obviously it's a bit too hot in the greenhouse for brassicas at this time of year. So it needs to come out, and I've been umming and ahhing about where to put it, because realistically it needs netting on, because they're brassicas. This chard might be fine, but the kale probably needs netting on away from the butterflies. And I've run out of blue pipe, and I've still not got any blue pipe, but we're going to have to plant them out anyway, because what else can I do? They can't stay in the greenhouse forever. So I'm going to plant them out. I'm not going to protect the chard, because I think the chard can fend for itself, but I might. I don't know whether I'll do it today or when I come back another time, but I might think about protecting this is Cavallo Nero. I'll think about it. I'm not sure as of currently right now in this moment what I'm going to do, but it needs to go out. So I'm going to plant it out in the old onion bed. So I'm going to hoe it, put compost on it, and then plant these out. Right, so that is the chard and the kale in the Cavallo Nero. And I don't know why I only had 5 chard. I thought I had 6 to make it even, and that upset my head. So I've put in a basil just to make it evenish, that I had in the greenhouse. Now I'm going to try and figure out a way to net the kale without any blue pipe. gonna have to get my engineer hat on again. Right, this is what I've decided to go with, if it works. I've got these round cane things that I thought I was going to go beans up, when in my head I thought my beans would survive and not get eaten by slugs. So I thought maybe I can stretch them out a bit and put netting over the top. I've got my netting. We'll see. It might not work. I don't think that's too bad. There's a sort of half temporary measure. I think it'll keep the butterflies out, which is all I need it to do for now. It may fall over, it may not survive, but when I next get paid I'll get some more blue pipe and then we can make it proper, fix it, make it the same as the rest. I'm pretty sure that is the last official job. Oh no, there is one more job, bear with me. So one of the last little bits I wanted to show you before the camera inevitably dies in about 0.2 seconds is I want to keep succession sowing things, and one of the things I'm going to try and succession sow is potatoes. Now, all your potatoes should be in now, if you're doing early as main crop, whatever. However, I'm going to try and do some Christmas potatoes, which are potatoes you harvest at Christmas, obviously. And because I have a greenhouse, I believe I can do this. I think I have the facilities to do this because they'll need longer than the frost, than when the frost comes. Am I talking nonsense? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to plant some potatoes. These were in my cupboard. They are not bought as seed potatoes, but they are sprouting. And so I'm going to plant them and see what happens. Because we love an experiment. So I've got one of my empty Pride potato bags, chuck some compost in it, and I'm going to try and grow potatoes for Christmas/autumn. This is what we're going to do. Don't know if it'll work, but it's all for fun. Get those in there. Get that chits up in there. Right. And we'll see what happens. You've got to experiment a bit, otherwise where's the fun, you know? You've got to experiment. Another job I'm going to very quickly do, but I'm not going to show you because the camera's dying, is I've stolen one of Sam's beers. And I'm going to do the inevitable beer slug traps just around the courgettes because they're upsetting me. They're eating me courgettes and I like courgettes, so I've stolen one of Sam's beers and I've got some jars and I'm going to try it. I'm sorry, okay, I tried to avoid this, but there's nothing else I can do. Okay, it's reached this point. So I think I'm going to call that a day for what you guys see, at least. I'm going to go around and water. I have to do now. I think there is rain forecast for this evening, but just to be sure, I'm going to go around and water. I'm going to obviously water everything in the greenhouse. Look at my melon. I'm so proud. Water my tomatoes. My tomatoes are coming along fine and dandy. They just need watering a lot. My peas, these are going to go out soon, don't you worry. My little baby watermelon. Oh, it's all looking great. So yeah, I'm just going to go around and water, do a final water on everything, basically. Maybe do a little bit of weeding. I did say I didn't have a time limit, but now I'm going out for a late lunch with my sister, so I do have a time limit. But I've got everything I wanted to do done, so I'm happy about that. Flowers are planted, leeks are planted, I filled up some empty beds. As I say, I'll go home and have a look in my seed stash and see if there's anything I can just direct sow. Maybe there's some late peas or something. My lettuce, by the way, that I tried to succession sow, it's way too hot in this greenhouse. It was over that period where it was like 29 degrees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tray and the seeds home and plant them in my greenhouse at home, which is just one of them flimsy plastic ones, so it doesn't get as hot in there. So then hopefully they'll germinate and I can succession sow some lettuce. But obviously I'll update you as and when I do that. But thank you for watching again. We love to have you with us. If you've not subscribed and you've liked watching what we do on our allotment, please consider subscribing. It's free. Tell your friends and leave a comment. What can you comment? Yeah, leave a comment on what I can plant now in July in Derbyshire in England, because I've got a bit of space in some of the beds, so I'd like to know. So leave a comment, what can I still plant now, or what can I buy from the garden centre, because I'm not above and beyond just buying plug plants. I will just buy plug plants. So yeah, let me know, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next weekend vlog or allotment vlog. Bye. Oh, I said I was going to talk about the new plot. We've got a new plot. It's officially ours, and a video will be coming soon about the new plot. But it's all about the new plot, so it's taking a bit of time because we're coming multiple days. So stay tuned. It will come.